Hello to you. I'm Jesse R. Johnson. This is Flat Earth. The Sun is 1,651 miles up. The central North Star, Polaris that is 6,589 miles up. Astronomy is not science. Astronomy is the use of the scientific method to maintain a world lie, a world deception. Light years do not exist. And along with this, galaxies, quasars, black holes, big bangs, dark energy, red shifts, and parallax, and so forth for the stars do not exist. And for those of you who believe the Earth is a ball-shaped and spinning thing, you have only to explain how a small 36 to 56 miles wide sun, which is 1,651.29 miles away, can be near the Earth. The Earth is flat and approximately 27,000 miles at minimum in radius, with no less than 45 continents and at least 2 Antarcticas. So let's begin. Hold on, please. I am going to move the camera. To begin, if it ain't flat earth, it ain't truth. If it ain't truth, it ain't flat earth. And to continue, the distance of the sun above the earth, starting with basic arithmetic, will go to the equator. Since the equator is 24,901 miles in circumference, divided by 24 hours equals 1,037.54 miles per hour, divided by 60 minutes equals 17.29 miles per minute, times 5,280 feet equals, which is 1 mile, equals 91,303.66 feet. Now you can divide by 60 seconds, which equals 1,521.72 feet a second. Now we'll go to basic trigonometry's angle of elevation. Here is the sun. Here is a right angle triangle. All triangles have 3 edges, A, B, and C. The sun is at C. All triangles have 3 sides, hypotenuse, opposite side, and adjacent side. The sun is at C and you are here at B, and the sun is directly above your head, and your shadow therefore is cast into your shoe. Now we take the 1,521.72 feet a second, we put it here at the adjacent side of the triangle, and this is a 90-degree angle right here. Since 90 degrees directly above the head would equal 0. It cannot be used to calculate the distance with, so we use the next thing closest to it, 89.99 degrees. And A to B is 1,521.72 feet. A to C is 89.99 degrees. B to C is equal to the tangent of 89.99 degrees, which equals 5,729.577893 times 1,521.72 feet, which equals 8,718,813, divided by 5,280 feet, which is 1 mile. This equals 1,651.29 miles. Hence, the sun is 1,651.29 miles right here at the bottom, and there are 86,400 seconds in a day. Therefore, there are 86,400 right-angled triangles, just as this one, with the same information. Once again, the sun is in fact 1,651.29 miles above the earth at the equator. Now we'll go to Polaris, the central North Star. Even though you see North Star here, I forgot to put central. It is the central North Star, we start with basic celestial navigation. 1 nautical mile is equal to 6,076.12 feet, which equals 1.15 regular miles. And 1 regular mile is equal to 5,280 feet. Now we go to basic trigonometry as angle of elevation. Once again, this is a right angle triangle with 3 edges, A, B, and C, 3 sides, hypotenuse, opposite side, and adjacent. Polaris, the central North Star, is at C, you are at B, right up under it. And A to B is 6,076.12 feet. That's 1 nautical mile. And A to C is 89.99 degrees, because 90 degrees cannot be used, because 90 degrees is directly above your head, and 90 degrees in this case equals 0. And B to C is equal to the tangent of 89.99 degrees, which equals 5729.577893 times 6076.12 feet. This equals 34,813,602.82 feet, which equals, divided by 6,076.12 feet, which equals 5,729.57 nautical miles above the Earth's surface. That's how high Polaris is above the Earth's surface, 5,729.57 nautical miles. Now, to turn this into regular miles, 5729 times 1.15 equals 6589 miles, regular miles. Down here at the bottom, the sun is 6,589 regular miles, which is equivalent to 5,729 nautical miles. Hence, light years do not exist. Once again, now, about the moon. Number 1, the moon is a semi-transparent disk, translucent that is. It is 5 to 8% lower than the sun at 1,550 to 1,600 miles up. That's what the moon is. Number 2, the sun and the moon are of equal size, that is 36 to 56 miles wide. Number 3, there is only one type of eclipse. This is where the moon's shadow is cast on the Earth's surface. A 70 to 75 miles wide shadow is made from a 36 to 56 miles wide moon. Number 4 now, the craters on the moon, which is an electrical type system, were made by one of 2 or perhaps both of these coming processes. We'll start with A. Plasma arc bolts of lightning, which can strike the surface of any shaped object at a 90-degree angle to that surface 99% of the time. And that 99% of the moon's craters are circular. Now, approximately 4,000 to 6,000 years ago, a brand new moon was generated above us. This is fact and real, not part of the heliocentric religion or false science, non-existent universe, non-existent galaxies, and their heliocentric religion, non-existent type moon. Now, and after this happened, Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars came very close to the Earth's surface and produced the most extreme cosmic event of the most powerful lightning recorded by those who saw it. This is recorded in mythology. The way that humans saw and explained and experienced things thousands of years ago, they didn't see it like we see it today. And to these people, these were gods in the sky, fighting each other with lightning. Or the second one, B. We'll go to B now. B, a less probable event, but most likely happened. The moon is composed of cosmic plasma at minimum at least, in 2 layers. The first layer is a top layer producing craters, and 2, a second smooth layer, translucent when not lit, about several miles underneath the top layer. The top layer is not made of dirt since it is translucent, having a semi-solid, that means it's not liquid or fluid, not gas or regular solid, having a semi-solid electrically conductive surface that, in its beginning, its surface was electrically molten, an electrically molten substance with or producing bubbles that burst, leaving circular craters up to 99% over the entire surface. We'll go to C. The sun and moon are not ball-shaped or spherical. They are multi-angle special-purpose disks, angled so precisely to appear 98 to 99% as spheres, no matter where on Earth's surface they are viewed from. At other times, 1 to 2%, they are seen as disks. I suspect that both moon and sun, that is, are about 5 to 6 miles thick and made of the same substance and electrical material as the firmament, which covers the Earth 70 to 75 miles above the United States of America. Let's continue. For Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and Venus. For Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and Venus, I haven't studied them much, but leave it to be said they are similar to all other systems in the sky. About 90% probable that they are disks, 20 to 100 miles wide or diameter, hovering above Earth at 1,000 to 4,000 miles up. The Earth, which is 27,000 miles in radius at a minimum. Since all of them, Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, and Venus, and their surfaces can be seen clearly and resolved with refractive telescopic cameras such as P900's 83x magnification, P1000's 125x magnification, and refractive telescopes 120x to 315x. It is the point that they pose no problem in calculation, just as all others, and are a few thousands of miles away. To continue, 100% proof that light years, redshift, and parallax do not exist in the context of stars. 3 proofs, absolute proofs. Number 1, basic equal distance magnification. Number 2, basic arithmetic in conjunction with basic trigonometry as angle of elevation, and basic celestial navigation in conjunction with basic trigonometry as angle of elevation. To continue, basic equal distance magnification. This is an example. In the heliocentric religion universe, which do not exist, the sun is considered to be approximately 93 million miles from a ball-shaped Earth, which do not exist. From this false ball-shaped Earth, 93 million miles is the base, which is 1x magnification. Why? Because it is the primary distance unit, 93 million. Now you divide 93 million miles into 1 billion miles to get about 10.75x magnification. There are 1,000 billions in 1 trillion. Hence, 1,000 times 10.75x equals 10,750x magnification needed to see at 1 trillion miles away. What can you, specifically you, see with the unaided naked eyes that requires 10,750x magnification? Nothing. You can't see anything from this Earth at 1 trillion miles away. Nothing. No matter how big or how bright. A light year is 6 trillion miles in distance. So that's 6 times 10,750x, which equals 64,500x magnification needed. Light years do not exist. Redshifts and parallax do not exist for stars. And to continue with basic equal distance magnification, if stars have an average 50 to 100 miles wide diameter, then at 200,000 miles distance, would equal 2000x magnification that would be needed if it were 100 miles in diameter. At 200,000 miles distance, it would equal 4000x magnification needed if 50 miles in diameter. Polaris, the central North Star, at 100 miles in diameter would equal 66x magnification. That's what would be needed. Approximately 6,589 divided by 100 equal roughly 66x magnification. At 50 miles diameter, 132x magnification is needed. Approximately 6,589 divided by 50 equals 182 about. This is why you can see them, because they're only a few thousand miles close to us. Now, number one, the sun is a translucent, semi-transparent, translucent disk. Number two, a machine of some type. The sun having a silhouetted anvil hammer type thing turning back and forth inside of it, and it can be seen in visible light with a zoom lens camera. Number three, the sun is also a frequency producer, similar to a flashlight or a laser system. Number four, the sun in and of itself is not hot, but a system that produces frequencies that heats things up. Number five, the sun is an electrical, magnetic, and ether system. Number six, approximately 36 to 56 miles wide. Number two, Polaris, the central North Star, is number one, a sort of cybermatic patterned, non-sound patterned, extreme high voltage cold plasma system. Number two, is not a sun, and the sun is not a star. Number three, approximately 20 to 100 miles in diameter. Number four, its general structure can be seen at 66x magnification or more. Light years do not exist, and anything based on it do not exist, such as false stars, false galaxies, etc. Parallax do not exist in the context of real stars, and redshift do not exist in the context of real stars. Now we'll go to the Earth. This large circle represents the Earth at 3965 miles across in radius. This here is one foot above the Earth's above sea level. This here is 24.29 miles above sea level. This here is 73 miles above sea level. This here is the altitude line. This is where your rocket or your spaceship is at, right here, right here. Right here at the altitude line. This here are the horizon lines, and the horizon line is 90 degrees to the altitude line. At 24.221 miles above the Earth's surface, the horizon is 439 miles away. At 73 miles above the Earth's surface, the horizon is 763.7 miles, or 764 miles distance from your spaceship right here. And the elevation drop, that means in order for you to see, if you are in your spaceship looking for the horizon, that means you must look down, look straight down to see the horizon, to see the Earth's surface. If you are 73 miles above the Earth's surface, you must look down to see the Earth's surface. If it were a round-shaped, ball-shaped object, but you do not in reality. The fact of the matter is that when you're 24 miles up, all you must do is look straight out 90 degrees and you will see the horizon instead of looking 50 miles down. And if you're 73 miles up, all you do, you don't look down at all. You look straight out. 764 miles straight out. Hence, the Earth is flat, and that's the end of it. It doesn't matter what you feel, what you think. It doesn't matter how much you want to fight, even if you want to kill for it. It's irrelevant. The fact is, the Earth is flat, and it is big. The Earth is gigantic. This Earth is gigantic. Not no 3,965 miles, but in fact closer to a minimum of 27,000 miles in radius. That's the truth. And I want to thank everyone. Please share this video and subscribe. And please have a fine day.